This bike is the Speedster, and because of its striking flat white paint job, it's often referred to as whitey. Once in a while in my shop, there'll be an exercise in style, or I have an idea in my head of something I'd like to build, and I'll set off just to kind of create something just for myself, just something I want to build. So that's where the Speedster came from. I really like this shiny gray primer look, especially with red against it. I think it's a really cool look, and I wanted to do something that had a bunch of that, a kind of primer gray powder coat. It's almost kind of like a battleship color. I set off with I made an unusual frame with an unusual geometry, put a twin cam B motor in it. Again, very smooth riding, counterbalanced Harley-Davidson power plant. Tons of fabrication on this bike. Everything from the little Alibaba Springer rockers to the little Piggly Wigglies we put on the front of the frames, these little dipped details, handmade exhaust, again, that we were very well known for. This bike is just a fun, round town, everyday rider. It's really set up for a solo rider, but this is the bike that I was riding. It was one of my favorites when I met my wife, Suzy. And Suzy loved this bike, and she loved to ride around town on it. She loved it. She would actually put a little diaper on the fender and wrap her legs around me. At the time, it didn't even have passenger pegs, and she would come riding around me. That's how she liked to ride, and she was fine with it. One of the really cool things we did on this bike, one of the first times we did it, is I created an air cleaner out of an actual piston. It was one of the old pistons laying around the shop, and I created this air cleaner around it, and I really liked the way it turned out. It was actually very popular on the bike. This is the Speedster.